We're taking it back to the basement with this one. What is Oi? Oi is all about doing tons of damage and kind of like supporting himself to an extent. He also has a really strong magic res debuff on the super heart, 150% to be exact, and it's wild. He actually has 3 passives. One of them is called dual boost. This increases your damage by 1% every 100 you have on attack and defense, which means that yeah, he just has a ton of passive damage buff just because of his attack stats. He also has fine conditioning art gauge up. This increases his art gauge by 3 when he's above 80% HP, and he also has pro gamer art gauge 20 up and HP recovery 100% up when near death. As you see for the skill, we have a 10% chance of feigning the enemy. Freaking terrible. The art is able to reduce the enemy's fire res by 20%, and it also buffs up everybody's stats by 30%. The true art is going to be giving you the accuracy 150% up, and it also reduces the enemy's damage res by 50%, but only when you're above 80% or more HP, and then it will also autofill your own art gauge by 5 for 25 seconds when your HP is 50% or more. In terms of the super art, this is what I was telling you guys earlier, that this will allow you to reduce the enemy's magic res by 150%, and it causes all allies not to flinch, which means that they are immune to paralysis and freeze. In terms of the slot, we have 5-star magic, 5-star defense, and a 4-star physical. For sustain, look at stuff that's going to be giving you art gauge and whatever else. Think of stuff like Ren's outfits, Alma's hats, Victor's catsuit, any of those, and you are vibing with this character. Of course, X exceeds X, as always do. For the 5-star defense, this really comes down to whatever you're going to be fighting, but if you're nuking with this character, then you want to be using a 5-star physical that's going to be buffing up all your stats. Something like change of pace would be really good. Then for the 4-star physical here, this is extremely easy. If you are sustaining, highly recommend using Grief, even though Grief does lower your HP. If you use him alongside a healer, this really shouldn't matter too much. This is going to benefit you quite a bit. And there's the crest slots on this character. If you're using him more so in nukes, highly recommend getting art gauge up on him ASAP. Also for the second crest, highly recommend attack up, since he's going to be scaling with more attack. You could also, if you opt in for a 3rd crest on this character, you could put defense up as that 3rd crest, since his passive benefits from having more attack and defense, so you can really push the extra percentage based damage he's going to be getting. Now, as for Oi's animations, they're okay. I've seen some of them, and I'm gonna be honest with you, in terms of gameplay and all that, a little on the slower side for some of this stuff. But as you see here, we have the attack skill, which is just a little punch, very, very short range. We have the skill here, which is just pretty much his attack skill again, but now it has an uppercut to it. We have his art, which, if I'm not mistaken, this should be another uppercut. Yeah, it's a slash, or I guess an energy blast in front of him, then an uppercut, and then you have the true art, which I actually like this one a lot. I love like the stance right here at the end whenever he puts the X on the screen and then he jumps into it. This is actually what he does in his special artwork. That is the exact motion he's doing in that, which is very cool. And then the super art I like a lot too, just the huge like energy blast in front of him going crazy, and boom, just tons of damage. Overall though, I think this is kind of on the better side. I think they put a lot more, I guess, effort, you would say, into Oi, which is kind of surprising. I just feel like his animations are a little bit unique and a little bit more kind of polished and out there. So I'm going to say Oi's probably like a 7 out of 10. Definitely not the best animations we've seen, but I really do love the super art. I love the effect on this, like the whole like energy coming off right here. I like that a lot with the darkness and everything. It looks really cool. And yeah, I would say about a 7 out of 10. So here's what I'm thinking right now is that if you're using someone like Oi, what you would probably want to do is actually go into the true art as soon as you possibly have it. So as you see here, we have the true art. We're going to pop that, and we're actually going to get the art gauge right there, since we are above the HP threshold. That's whenever I'm going to start using Grief. I could have used Grief right off the bat, but I actually didn't want to mess up my art gauge right there, because I want to make sure I actually got that. And now once we have that, it seems that his art gen is kind of really freaking good. Of course, if we want to, I guess we could use the art, right, and try to stack more and more fire res on the enemy. But it's not that quick, that's the thing, so you won't be able to stack like a ton of fire resist down. So one thing that I really wish is that characters like Oi and other units that have like this duration-based self-arch-genning, I wish there was a way in-game to maybe see how long you have until it runs out, maybe by holding down the portrait or something else. So as you see here, we have 4 fire res down, no, 3 fire res down, 2 fire res down. We're actually losing them right now, so I don't really think it's too worth to like really opt in for that. We did get the magic damage buff there from Ren, plus we also got Oi stuff going off, so we are vibing in that department. I'm going to use the Dark Overstrike again. We're going to actually pop off with the art here from Haruto too, just to get even more arts damage. And just kind of like keep filtering like this. Mainly the thing with Oi is that you want to just make sure you always have his arch gen buff up if you can have it, because that will help him out drastically. If you don't have it up, then he definitely is going to be a lot slower, but thankfully, since he can get it into it very quickly, or pretty easily if you have at least one other arch gener on the team, you know, if you have 2, great. Of course, if you're struggling to stay at like full HP too, that could be like an issue. But thankfully, that hasn't really been a thing for us. Yeah, like look at that. That's actually crazy, the amount of art gauge he's obtaining right now. Like I don't even know the exact number on that. I really wish his art was faster so you could really stack this and just push it to give you crazy amounts of fire resist down on the enemy. That would be so freaking good if you could actually do that. But it seems like no matter what we do, you can't stack too much on them. Because as you see right there, that's 2 fire resist down. We're about to have 3 right here. It just really sucks that you can't go any faster on that, which would be even more damage. And I can't even see the damage that he's dealing. I'm assuming it's a lot. See the damage charts right there. Actually, Oi dealing 229 million damage. That is kind of insane from this man. So one thing that I want to try real quick is actually the damage quest right here with Gabimaru, Rin, Oi, and of course War God Finn. We're gonna see how well this does. I'm hoping we're looking for some big damage from Oi. The most I ever obtained from this damage quest was 154 million, and that was with this team right here. We were actually using Gabimaru as the main DPS character. But I'm curious to see with like the damage belts and everything if we could possibly push Oi higher. Also, we're not using Grief in this fight because I don't want to lose out on all my arch gen with Oi, because that is one important thing, is that I need to make sure that he can actually stay in his arch gen as long as possible, because we don't have really any arch gen on this team apart from War God Finn. And it seems like right now we are barely hitting like any type of damage from Oi. Maybe I need to change up the team just a little bit. If I had Sunraku, that would help out. That would help out so much. Let's see the damage charts real quick. What were we looking at? Was Oi actually dealing the most? Oi actually only hit for 44 million. Really not that high considering what I've seen and what I've done on this freaking stage, but it's still pretty good though. 44 million is definitely not bad. Really just made me switch around some stuff because I don't know if Gabimaru is like the play here or not. Maybe I need to go with like another Archgener or something else. That was still really good though. I actually like that a lot. We're gonna run the Nova Crest Palace and see how well Oi does in this. I'm expecting, you know, actually some pretty decent damage. But one thing that I'm realizing the more and more I use Oi is that I'm actually surprised he doesn't have some type of stacking mechanic in the game. Let's just see how much damage we can actually deal here. I'm hoping for quite a bit from Oi, like, because Oi is definitely going to be like the main damage carry, which I don't know how I feel about that, but hopefully, you know, I'll feel pretty good. Crit res up, and it doesn't even matter to Oi because he doesn't even use it. You know, that's another thing too. Oi doesn't have any type of defense ignore or anything in his kit. That is insane. I didn't even think about that. Like, yeah, he has no type of defense ignore or anything. That's actually wild to me. Probably because they just gave him like so much stuff. They didn't want to give him like anything else that would kind of push this character any further. But I say screw it, man. Give this man some type of defense ignore. I guess one thing is about the more and more I'm using Grief. He does have like that good condition master level 3 or whatever, which gives him art gauge if he's above 80% HP. So he does like keep losing that because I am using Grief. Oh my god, look at that freaking huge blast that just came up. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Wait, is she dead? Okay, yeah, she's dead. Easy money. Level 3. No burst, no 4+. You hate to see it. Oh, I didn't check the damage details. Whoops. I'm gonna do this one more time with Chloe to see if like it's any different, and I'll meet you guys whenever we get to the Decelia fight. Yeah, this team composition works out so much better. The only bad part is that of course we don't have any kind of crit buff or defense ignore, which just sucks. Yo, to be honest though, with the damage res down Oi actually provides, it's not too bad in terms of taking care of the team or dealing like actual major types of damage. Because if you see like the damage res down here, if we actually pop off with all this stuff right now, you'll see that there's actually a lot of damage happening with all this. Like, look at that. Like, that is kind of insane. That is no crits, no defense ignore or anything. That's wild. So yeah, Celia, you are dead again. Oh wait, never mind, you are gonna get endless, and wait, unless you get pushed to this threshold right here. Oh, and you did, but I mean you're doing your animations and stuff, so I guess I'm a little bit not dead, or I might be dead in a second. Oh snap, they broke through the barrier, boys. Oh my god, that was a little bit scary. That my life flashed before my eyes. We're gonna throw us on the man. Who are you? Oh yeah, freaking Shiro. Make sure that we don't die here. You know what, I'm curious, can I actually, you know, keep the team alive with like some... I cannot. He died too. You know what, I'm just gonna restore, because that's crazy. I actually thought that I had 2 blessed necklaces on Shiro. Where was the other blessed necklace at? Let's see the details real quick. Oi with 30 million though, that's actually kind of crazy. I mean, he's definitely not a bad unit. He is a really strong sustain damage dealer. That is one thing that he's coming off as. You can use him in nukes, of course, with like his super art giving like the 150% magic res down. But yeah, overall, very, very strong sustain damage dealer. Really am liking Oi, really am liking what I'm seeing, and I don't know if people will really use him like that. I feel like he'll be an attacker that's just kind of there. People will use him every now and again, kind of similar to that of like Demon Edge Berwick. Demon Edge Berwick has like a few crazy uses where he's like one of the best units in the game, like one of the mono fire floors. He pretty much nukes that floor like it's nothing because he does so much damage, and I feel like Oi may be in that same boat where you'll pull him out every now and again, but you won't use him all the time for the most part. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, man. Thank you all for coming out. It's been your boy OP. If you enjoyed this video, highly check out either one of the other videos popping on the screen right now. Great content, guarantee you love them. Oh, and one more thing before you leave, don't forget to drink water.